Hello Mum, Dabs, how are you? Thank you for putting this together and taking the time to watch this video. I really just wanted to talk about our schools program today and how the schools program taps onto after the coaching training. So as you know, I'm the founder of the Ubuntu Addiction Community Trust, and under the trust we have a mandate to do three things. That's to train people, empower people, and to treat people, those people that have been impacted with substance abuse. So our training is under the Ubuntu Academy of Coaching and Training, and our coaches go along and they learn the skill of coaching and how they can go into organizations and facilitate cultural shift. So our coaches go out into organizations, provide coaching skills in the treatment world to improve treatment outcomes. But really what I want to talk to you today is about is our schools program, where our coaches, once they've completed the training, go out into the schools program and work within the schools environment to create peer coaching. So the idea of peer coaching and what our schools program does is we partner with principals and school environments and teachers to work with the pupils in creating peer coaching skills. And a peer coaching skill is where a peer can support someone else in the environment that they work in. So our coaches go in and facilitate change amongst the pupils, that they can start to support themselves and to come up with the solutions that they have been impacted in. So there's a video that I want to attach to this, which really talks about the continuum. So if we look at a continuum like this, and on the axis we have structure and unstructure, we have known outcomes and unknown outcomes. Our program work started 4 years ago when we went to work in the community, where we didn't know what the outcome is and we didn't know what the structure is. And working within the various communities and various faith-based organizations and various schools, we have slowly put together what we now know what the structure is and what the known outcome is. So our coaches work in the center here. So a coach then would go into an organization, into the schools program, not knowing what the outcome is, and it will be unstructured. And the point of that is that the coach then facilitates what the organizational change needs to be within that school system. So our coaches go out there and they work in schools where they work with pupils, and they listen to the pupils and what's needed so they can start to create peer support and educate the kids in the coaching and listening skills that are needed so that they can support each other in the school's environment. So from our perspective, the structure is quite known and the outcome is known. However, we cannot predict what the outcome is going to be based on that particular school environment. So in South Africa here, that's been working in many different communities based on different faith, different needs, different resources, different outcomes, but the skill set has been the same to go and coach and facilitate. So our work isn't prescriptive. We'll go into a classroom and we'll create the container and to contract and to work with the pupils, and then see what emerges and then facilitate the change. Because it really is a bottom-up approach. And the idea of coaching and the coaching skill is the person or the institution or the organization has the wisdom. So it can be quite an anxiety-provoking environment, particularly if the sponsor is looking for structure and known outcomes. The challenge with that is it's often not very effective in what is needed as a solution for the community or the organization that we're working with. So in the schools environment, a lot of people, we want to know what the outcome is, we want to know what the structure is, and unfortunately we cannot give that. our programs and trainings are very structured in the terms of this is module 1 and this is module 2 and module 3 and this is the certification process and these are exams and these are the skills that we require and these are what the measurables are and what the outcomes are based. And so on this side of the continuum it really is very structured and we know what the underlying theory is and what the outcomes is. But as we roll this out, you know, the outcome is really unknown. So if you want to empower communities and get a bottom-up approach, this is by most definitely the best way to do that. So this is how it works. So as you go out there and promote our work and sell our work, you're going to have to be able to dance with, well, we don't really know what the outcome is. And it is quite an unstructured approach. So I hope that's been helpful. If you need more evidence, our IT platform, which sits at the top of this, which is Workplace, we can track and monitor everything. So the infrastructure and using technology is very, very helpful in keeping this safe, keeping it measurable and adaptable so we can change it for each specific environment and culture. So we've been very successful here in South Africa, in the UK, in Australia. We're starting something up now in New Zealand, and of course us partnering with you guys in GAPS. And I suggest you, from the coaches that get trained, we then bring people on that you feel that are going to be suitable for the schools program, and then we bring guys in from South Africa that are already been working in the schools to partner with your students and you guys, that we can continuously roll this out and adjust locally to your environment. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has been helpful. Bye-bye.